welcome you to my lecture on factorization of factorials for CAT, XAT and other easy exams. Let's get started. So you must have seen this at some point in time, maybe in your question paper or maybe in your workouts, handouts or daily practice papers, whatever you have. So these are basically called factorials, okay? And what is the meaning of this factorial, okay? So if I say 3 factorial, then it basically means that I'll start from 3 और एक एक करके मैं वैल्यू कम करूंगा, मतलब 3 into 2 into 1. For 4 factorial, it's 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. For 5 factorial, it's 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, which I have not written. मैंने 4 factorial से replace कर दिया है इसको. All right. Now, similarly, if we have to generalize this, then for n factorial, it will start from n. Then it will keep on reducing by 1 unit until it reaches 1. So a common premise for all of this will be that सारे 1 से खत्म हो रहे हैं, सब के सब 1 पे ही खत्म होंगे. So can you think of the conditions which apply to this? एक एक का डिफरेंस है और 1 पे खत्म होगा, तो क्या कंडीशन लग सकता है? क्या ये नंबर कभी फ्रैक्शन हो सकता है? अगर फ्रैक्शन होता है, लेट्स से 9/2, और अगर आप एक एक करके कम करते हो तो फिर वो कभी 1 पे आएगा? नहीं आएगा. So let us have a look at the conditions for the same. So n has to be an integer, and when I say this, it implies that it cannot be a fraction, but I've specifically mentioned it. And if you're wondering what is the result of 0 factorial, then it's basically 1. Now, if I have already expanded it in this way, okay, then I can say that the maximum power of 2 and 3 in 3 factorial is 1 and 1 respectively. In 4 factorial, the maximum power of 2 is 3 and the maximum power of 3 is 1. Okay, and in 5 factorial, after I have expanded it, the maximum power of 2 will be 3, 3 ka 1, 5 ka bhi 1. So what does it basically means, and what am I trying to do over here is that एक number अगर दिया हुआ है, I am trying to break it down into the product of prime numbers. Always remember that any number in this world, any integer can always be written as a product of its prime numbers, and positive integer in that case. All right. So any positive integer can always be written as a product of prime numbers. And if you really look at it, 2, 3, 5 are prime numbers. Okay. Now, if I really talk about 10 factorial, then it's basically 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 करते करते 1 तक मैं जाऊंगा, right? But if you really look closely, what is 10 composed of? It is composed of 2 and 5. See, I broke it down into 2 prime numbers, 2 and 5. Again, 9 can be written as 3 cube. Sorry, it will be 3 square, my bad. So this is basically 3 square. 8 can be written as 2 cube. 7 will remain 7 because 7 is a prime number. So the only factors of 7 is 7 and 1. Okay. For 6, it's 2 into 3. For 5, it's 5. For 4, it's 2 square. For 3, it will remain 3. For 2, it will remain 1. For 2, it will remain 1, the power of 2. Okay. Now, if you really add, if you just try to calculate that the power of 2, it will be 1 plus 3 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1. So it's 2 to the power 8. Okay. Now, if you look at 3, it will be here it will be 2, 1, 1. So it will be 4. My bad, it will be 3 to the power 4 over here. So basically, 10 factorial will have 2 to the power 8, 3 to the power, what we had over here, 5. So it will basically be 4 and 2. Let's see what's next. For 5, as I see, there's 1, 5, 2, 5. So 5 square. So what's remaining? 7, which is coming over here. And if you really look at it, less than 10 may, the maximum prime is 7, right? So it's appearing over here. Okay. Now, so if you are framed a question like this, let's just say 10 factorial दिया है and सिर्फ पूछा गया है कि tell me what is the maximum power of 2, then maybe basically for this you remember what is the power of 2. But you kind of get this understanding that if I give you a general number or any random number, it will be difficult to firstly expand it in this way, secondly to expand each of these numbers in this way, and then thirdly come down to the steps. So it's a long procedure, right? And in an exam like CAT, you basically get 1 to 2 minutes to solve a question like this. Okay, and by the method I will be showing you, you will be solving it real quick. It will be done in like 15-20 seconds. So let's see what it is. See, in case of 10 factorial, if I do an LCM kind of a thing, LCM पहले किया हुआ है, right? But the only difference here will be that यहाँ पर आपको मैक्सिमम कोशेंट लिखना है जो पॉसिबल है उस नंबर का. क्या मतलब है इसका, आइए देखते हैं. ये जो 10 है, ठीक है, if I divide 10 by 2, I just want to know the power of 2 over here, okay? So if I divide it by 2, 2 से अगर LCM करते हैं तो यहाँ पे 5 आएगा. But in the second step, 5 को अगर आप 2 से डिवाइड करते हो तो मैक्सिमम कोशेंट क्या पॉसिबल है? 2, right? Because 2 into 2 will give you 4, 1 will be the remainder, but I'm not interested in the remainder. I'm only interested in the maximum quotient. So it will be 2. Again, 2 divided by 2, the quotient will be 1. So if you basically add these three numbers, it is going to be your power for 2. Again, I'm sorry, it will be 8 over here. Okay, 5 plus 2 plus 1, printing mistake, it will be 8. Okay, now for 3, it will be 3 plus 1, which is 4. Now, there is a very important concept which come in the exam as well. You are asked to calculate the number of zeros in the end. You're given a factorial, let's say 42 factorial, and then you will be asked, tell me the number of zeros in the end. Now try to understand that any zero comes from the fact that it has 2 and 5 in it, right? Let's say there is any number, n का value let's say 9 है, into 10 करोगे 90 आया, तो वो जो एक जीरो आया वो किसके वजह से आया? It is because of 10. And वो 10 कहाँ से आया? It is because of 2 into 5. So it definitely has 2 and 5. But try to understand one thing over here. Yeah, so try to understand one thing over here, that the concept to calculate the number of zeros in the end is to check the power of 5. That's it. We do not check the power of 2 because the power of 2 in any case of factorial will be always greater than 5. So in any case of factorial, 2 to the power x, 5 to the power y, and there are other numbers as well, let's say, the power of x will always be greater than y or equal to y. So all I have to check over here for my surety is the value of y, which is the power of 5. So that's what I'm doing over here. So similarly, if I do it for 50, 5 का, तो quotient is 10, उसके बाद 2, and ये दोनों का summation आया 12. So there are actually 12 zeros in the end of 50 factorial. Guess what? How much time did we actually take to solve this? 15 seconds hardly, right? Now I would really like you to solve this question. If it's not really, let me just zoom in. Let me also read it out for you. I have given the number 45 factorial and I want you to find the maximum power of 9 firstly and the number of zeros. I would really suggest you to pause the video, try it for yourself and then check your answer. So first question, maximum power of 9. Okay, so what I'll do is 45 will be divided by 9. 9 से LCM हम इसका करेगा and the maximum quotient I'm getting is 5 because 9 5s are 45. So my answer is 5, right? Absolutely wrong. ये गलत हो गया आपका. कैसे? देखो, यहाँ पे 9 है, right? Maximum power of 9. But what is 9 composed of? 3 square. You remember the caveat I explained you in the beginning कि जब हम लोग तोड़ते हैं किसी नंबर को तो we make sure that each of the numbers are prime numbers. So that way उस नंबर को और नहीं तोड़ा जा सकता. किसी भी नंबर को अगर आप तोड़ते हो, let's say 45 को अगर आप तोड़ते हो, it's basically 3 into 15, right? लेकिन अगर आप देखा जाए तो 3 तो प्राइम है लेकिन 15 प्राइम नहीं है, तो इसको मैं और तोड़ सकता हूँ, 3 into 3 into 5. क्या आप इसको और तोड़ सकते हो? नहीं तोड़ सकते हो. So this is basically giving me an idea कि 45 के अंदर क्या क्या है. मैं यहाँ पे सिर्फ 45 लिया हूँ, यहाँ पर बहुत बड़ा नंबर दिया हुआ है which is 45 factorial, right? Now, so once I've understood that 9 is itself composed of 3 square, so I have to find out the maximum power of 3. So that's what I have done. And once I add these two, I get the maximum power of 3 is 20. So 45 factorial में 3 का maximum power 20 है. So what is the maximum power of 9 in this? We are right, 9 to the power 10, and this is your answer. Let's see the second part. The maximum number of zeros. As I've already explained, that it's basically the number, the power of, the maximum power of 5 in it. So I'll do the LCM with 5 and add the maximum quotient, so it's 10. So this answer would be 10. I hope you got the idea of factorization of factorials, and I really want you to hit the CAT papers and try attempting these questions. Happy learning!